Alright, what's going on, everyone? Busy Man 123 here, and this is going to be an interesting video. Why is it interesting? Well, this is going to be like a video of me playing and talking about SnapMap. It's going to be like a rambling type of video, and just in case you wonder, just in case, you think if the SnapMap issue has been fixed, nope, it's still a problem on Xbox. We still have this issue going on. What is it? All the maps that we can play on Xbox is only from Xbox players. We can't play any maps from PlayStation players or PC players. And PC players and PlayStation players, I heard like all of like the published maps from Xbox authors have been removed. And those guys can't play maps from us. So yeah, SnapMap is still, it's still fractured. It's still damaged. And I have no idea how long this issue has been going on. But, I'll be honest here. I'm kind of losing my patience. And I feel like I gotta just make this video. I don't know. I guess I just want to get things off my chest, I guess. I'm just gonna play like some random single player level while I just talk. I am definitely not going to be playing on my Ultra Nightmare save because I'm going to be talking and playing. Should I start a new game? No, let's not. What level should I play on? Screw it, let's just play this level. I'll do it with no BFG, just to make it longer. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but I don't know where to start. Let's be honest here, guys. SnapMap, Doom SnapMap, as much we love this thing, and I'm talking strictly to all like the people, who like use Doom SnapMap a lot. As much we love Doom SnapMap, let's be honest here, SnapMap has always had a very, I guess, rocky relationship, with players from the start. I mean, let's be honest here, like, remember back in like the days, on launch days, it was already met with like a lot of criticism. People looked at it as like a dumbed down like Doom builder or whatever. And even though, SnapMap eventually did get better in the long run, like I'll probably say like around free update 2, that's where things really started to like, like where we could actually start appreciating SnapMap a lot more, but there was still a lot of like, criticism with SnapMap. And, we had to wait for like months for like updates to actually like, get all the stuff to actually make SnapMap like shine. And some players aren't gonna like wait that long, and that's very understandable. And by the time that SnapMap reached like free update 4, around free update 4 or what is it? I think free update 6 or free update 6.666. That's where SnapMap really like reached its fullest potential, and I would pretty much say like at that point you could totally make a map that's just as good as like the standard maps like this, as like the campaign maps from Doom 2016, or like the WODs from classic Doom. But the problem around that time was like the population was starting to like reduce. It was starting to grow smaller, and when SnapMap even with all like the small population, there were still a lot of people still using SnapMap, including myself and a bunch of other people, mainly because we love it so much. And at that time we weren't really we were hoping like the next Doom game would have like some sort of SnapMap 2.0. And back then, I was rooting for like backwards compatibility for SnapMap because that is like so big, because one of the biggest problem with Doom SnapMap on launch day was it just had a bad first impression. So having backwards compatibility, it would have fixed all that issue, but that never happened. And obviously, I think like I don't remember, was it like QuakeCon 2018 or like E3 2019? I don't remember. But eventually, we found out that Doom Eternal, that was the game that was going to be a sequel to Doom 2016, and it was not going to have SnapMap. That really broke a lot of our heart. especially so much of us, you know, we were hoping like there would be like a SnapMap component. And of course, like, you know, the E3 or the QuakeCon gameplay or whatever it was, that was awesome. You know, when they showed Super Gorgeous and they showed Mars Core, like, you know, I remember just being like shocked. I mean, I remember just loving like that moment, you know, finally seeing what Doom Eternal looked like, and taking you know, taking like a glance at like some of the mechanics, and I was already thinking about like what are like some of the stuff I could do, you know, from like a map making standpoint, especially with the meat hook. But obviously, when, you know, SnapMap was confirmed to be gone in Eternal, that hurt the community, and it also hurt SnapMap too. Like, you know, basically the devs, they pretty much pulled the plug on, you know, SnapMap. And by then, you know, it seemed like there was kind of like, I guess, no future for SnapMap. But eventually, all like those modders, when they added like the whole modded assets and all that stuff, which kind of like created like it's kind of like a title update for SnapMap. Like, that really helped SnapMap for sure. But, you know, the problem is, like, you know, around that time, the population is like super little. So it's kind of like, it's only like for like the really die-hard SnapMap players that care, you know. But pretty much everyone that's been there since like day one, they all left. And even though I played like, you know, some of those like modded maps, and it's really cool to see like what you guys can do with that stuff. But, you know, it's kind of like too late, I guess, to really showcase like the power of SnapMap to people. And, you know, right now, with this whole like server issue with SnapMap, you know, it's still not fixed, and I assume, like, I'm not really sure why like the devs haven't really, you know, fixed this this issue yet. Like, there are still server problems. The what is it? The cross, was it crossplay? Yeah, I guess like the crossplay support, if you would say. Like, basically in SnapMap, like, you know, if you're playing on Xbox, you should be able to play maps from, you know, authors from PlayStation and PC players too. Like, you're not supposed to just play maps from one, like, you know, platform, you know. But yeah, that issue, you know, it's still not it still hasn't been fixed. I don't know if they will ever address this issue, but I really hope they do it, because this hurts SnapMap a lot. Basically, you know, it hurts the history of SnapMap. It hurts the preservation of all like the old maps that all like the Xbox authors have done. Oh shit. Yeah, it hurts the preservation of all like those old maps that we have done. And, you know, another thing is like people can totally do shady things now. I'll try to, oh crap, how do I explain it? So I remember like a year ago, there was this kid, I'm not gonna like, I don't remember like the guy's gamer tag or whatever, but I remember back then, I was getting really obsessed with like playing like SnapMap campaigns, you know. I was trying to like look for, you know, SnapMap campaigns to play, because at that time, you know, I did do like a little series where I kind of like recommended like the many Doom SnapMap campaigns that I've played and finished. Because at that time, you know, I was just having so much fun playing like SnapMap campaigns. And I wanted to, you know, kind of make like a highlighted video and just kind of talk about like the SnapMap campaigns I really enjoyed. And then I bumped into this guy, and, you know, I remember he had like a bunch of custom geo maps, because I saw like the tags and stuff, and I remember he had like I think he uploaded like 8 or 10 maps in like short sessions, basically. So I was like, oh cool, you know, this guy, like, maybe he's been working on these maps for like, you know, years, and he's finally decided to, you know, release it for the public to play. But guess what? I noticed something was off with the tags, because some of the tags that he used, they were very similar to the tags that I use, and similar to the tags that Void Runner used. So I actually ended up downloading some of this guy's maps, and I found out he was just using parts of my maps. I mean, he was using like, yeah, like various maps that I made, and he was trying to make like a fake campaign, and he combined it with Void Runner's maps, and it was just so shady. But the thing is, you know, that was before like the server problem. So, you know, you could just go back to like the original author and you could totally tell like this guy is stealing like, you know, other people's maps. But now, you know, since all like the published Xbox authors maps are completely gone, you can totally get away with stuff like that. So, you know, some guy might have like a map from XAC Slayer, you know, and then he could just upload it and say like it's his map because, you know, there's no like original author. Same thing for, you know, my situation. You know, what is it, like my most popular map, City Survival. Somebody could just upload City Survival and they take all the credit away from me, when in reality, you know, that was my map and I spent so much work on that map too. So yeah, that's like already a problem when it comes to kind of like map credibility. And of course, you know, the whole like preservation issue, that's also a problem. Now people are not gonna like know like the history of the maps because, you know, obviously, like let's be honest here, like ratings kind of don't really mean anything at the end of the day, but it still kind of gives like a good first impression for like, you know, people that aren't like too familiar with SnapMap. So, you know, when they play like the first map from Outcast by Void Runner, you know, it has really good like ratings and all that stuff, and that's good because that means like, you know, players are gonna want to play that map, and it's definitely a good map. So it's good to have that. But now, like, you know, his map got completely deleted. They can't play that map, you know, and that's such a problem. So basically, you know, SnapMap in a nutshell, our community is smaller if you think about it, because, you know, all the PlayStation guys and the PC guys, they can only play maps from each other, and all the Xbox guys, we can only play, you know, by ourselves, which is just pretty lame.
Early tests of Vega's protoplasmic circuitry show temperatures exceeding 110
and, you know, it seems like good software doesn't seem to care. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use that word, but, you know, I feel like this is a big deal, you know, because like one part of Doom 2016, it's pretty broken, and it's not fixed. And this portion of Doom 2016, like, you know, we, the community, we put 5 years of work into this, man. Like, we've made so many ridiculous maps. Like, you can really just, like, you can literally play Doom 2016 for years, you know? And that portion is pretty much gone. Oh, whoa. Yeah, so that portion is gone. And we're kind of like back at like the early days of SnapMap in a way, man. Which is just lame. Oh god, my shot sucks there. Oh my god, now I kind of forgot what I'm trying to talk about here. Oh man. Yeah, there's just like a lot going in my head, you know, because I'm just like, I just want all this to be gone. Like, I really just want SnapMap to go back to like the way it's supposed to be, you know. But yeah, you know, I've always feel like you know, the SnapMap community, like, it's so small and it's really hard to get like our voices heard from like the developers. Like, for example, look at all those guys. What is it? Those Doom tubers, like, who's that one dude? The Austin, the Midnight, the Spartan, or whatever. Like, I know, like, Hugo, he definitely gave shout out to those guys in his live stream, man. And I honestly wish those guys would kind of, like, you know, talk about this issue, because this is definitely a serious issue, you know? Like I said, a portion of Doom 2016 is not working, man, and this is kind of, like, newsworthy. But no, all these guys do, they just make these, like, stupid, like, I don't know, like clickbait videos, like what is it? I think like Midnight, he just uploaded some video about like some feminist bashing like Doom Eternal or some shit. Like, who cares, dude? Like, why do you need to care? Why do you gotta care about these guys, like, you know, bashing like your favorite game, man? Like, who cares? Same thing with like Austin. I think he did one with like some random nobody journalist or whatever that started trash talking about Doom Eternal, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I'll be honest here, I never really understood why, like, Doom Eternal players get so, like, upset with journalists, like, hating the game, because in reality, Doom Eternal got really good reviews on Metacritic, you know? So there are, like, a lot of journalists and critics that do enjoy, you know, Doom Eternal. Yes, there are some that don't like the game, and yes, they do have bad points, but, you know, at the end of the day, if you're making, like, a video on them, you're kind of giving them promotion, you know, and that's why I feel like you shouldn't do that. It's just kind of like a waste of energy. But yeah, you know, it's sad that those guys, they don't really make a video about, like, you know, this whole SnapMap issue here, because this is definitely a problem, man. And you know, like, SnapMap players are Doom fans, you know, like Void Runner, like I've talked to him, he's a big Doom guy. You know, I'm also like a big Doom fan too. Like, you could go back and watch my old ass videos that I uploaded like 10 years ago. Like, I had a bunch of classic Doom videos. Doomer, yep, Doomer's also like another big Doom fan too. Matter of fact, back in the old SnapMap days, he and we were like the guys that pretty much made like nothing but like classic Doom remakes for SnapMap, you know. So yeah, man, it's just kind of stupid that all those big Doomtubers, you know, they have like the audience, they have like the freaking, like the attention from the devs, and they don't even make a video about this, man. And it would have really helped us out. Like, it honestly would have helped us out. And I honestly think, like, if those guys make like a video on this issue, I think the problem would be rectified by now, you know? Like, it's so hard to really get this issue aware, man, because like our scene is so small and we don't really have any like real support. Like what do you guys have? Like, you know, if you guys reach this video, like, what are some of your guys' suggestions of this issue? Like, what can we do to fix this? You know, should we go like, what is it? Should we do like a raid on like Hugo's stream or something and do like hashtag save Doom SnapMap or something? Like, we have to do something, you know. This issue is going to be like a problem if we don't like raise our voice, you know. And like, I really want to get back into Doom SnapMap. Like, I really want to just go back and like, I was thinking about replaying some of like Doomer's new campaign. I was also thinking about replaying that one new remake. What is it? The E1 M8 remake that Justin did. I wanted to like go back and try to like find the secret or something, because I remember when I did a live stream of that map, I apparently missed it, like some important secret, and I wanted to try to like find it out on my own and not have like anybody tell me it. So I was going to play like a bunch of maps privately. And yeah, ever since the SnapMap issue happened, I'm kind of, you know, I can't do that. But at the same time, you know, Halo Infinite did come out at the right time, so I'm having fun with Halo Infinite. But still though, you know, I'm still hungering for more SnapMap stuff, but I can't do anything about it, and it sucks. Oh god. Oh, whoa, I'm about to get it. There you are. So yeah, it sucks that I pretty much can't do what I wanted. And you know, I don't mind like playing campaign. You know, I love playing Doom 2016 campaign, but you know, SnapMap is definitely another reason like why I still go back to Doom 2016. Like, let's be honest here, guys. Like, Doom 2016, like, I know there are. I'm not gonna try to get into like a freaking conversation of which game is better. You know, I love both Doom 2016 and Eternal. Like, I think Eternal is a great game in its own rights. But you know, there are certain things that makes me want to come back to Doom 2016. You know, I do love the mechanics. You know, I've always had a soft spot for the multiplayer, even though I know it's not like the best multiplayer in the world, but it's still fun to play it here and there. And you know, I'll play it if I can find people, but I haven't been lucky with that lately. But you know, another thing with like Doom 2016 is of course SnapMap. Like, you know, I still come back for SnapMap mainly because, you know, it's pretty much our only way to like get more Doom 2016 content, you know, because I'm going to be honest here. I feel like the next Doom game is going to most likely play more similarly to Eternal rather than Doom 2016. So if you're like a big Doom 2016 player and you prefer like this play style, I mean this kind of like style of game, you prefer the mechanics in Doom 2016 over Doom Eternal, SnapMap is pretty much your only way to get more content, you know? But we're not going to be able to get like, you know, more content if the server issues is still a problem, and you know, nothing's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Wait, did I kill everything? Oh. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised I haven't died yet. I honestly think I should have died. This level is actually really, it's like really tough if you don't have like BFG. I'm definitely gonna die in the next fight here. Because, you know, it's super hard to like play and talk and all that stuff.
The train below will take you to the entrance.
But yeah, you know, things are just not going right for SnapMap. You know, honestly, if SnapMap was a person, I think SnapMap would probably grow up, you know, really messed up here, man. It's always had like a rough relationship with everyone. Rough relationship with the gamers, rough relationship with the devs. Like, it seems like the abuse just never stops, man. You know, is it ever gonna get a break? I don't know. Oh god. Oh my god, this is terrible. And you know, it's stuff like this that makes me wish like SnapMap was big. I know, what is it? And let me tell you what I mean by big. Like, I'm talking like a cultural hit, man. Like, what if, like, you know, I consider myself to be a prolific author. I mean, a prolific mapper in the Doom SnapMap community. What if I made like, you know, $10 million a year just being like this Doom SnapMapper? What if Shadesmaster, like, you know, he ends up being like, I don't know, like this freaking well-known SnapMapper, and he's dating like all like the big female celebrities like Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato. You know, what if Void Runner, he has like commercials on like TV promoting his maps or something? You know, what if Justin, oh shit. What if Justin, like, you know, he was sponsored by all like those big esport organizations like Optic, FaZe, Counter Logic Gaming, like, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, it's just kind of sad how like, I don't know, like how niche SnapMap is. Like, what happens if, you know, we live in a reality and SnapMap is like the biggest thing ever? Like, what if SnapMappers and all, I mean, what if, like, you know, all the prolific map authors in the SnapMap community, they're like rock stars, you know? What if we have that rock star life? Like, I wonder how different our lives would be. Shit. Wait, there's a freaking, oh shit. Well, I think I'm dead here. No BFGs, not gonna use that. Well, I'm totally dead. But yeah, you know, it's just sad, man. It's such a sad time to be like a Doom 2016 fan, and just a sad time. Halo, you know, and like I'm enjoying like Halo Infinite, but here's another thing that's going on with Halo right now. Right now, there's like rumors that the new Forge in Halo Infinite, it's gonna actually have AI, and that is so big. Like, it's just kind of crazy how like far that Forge has come, you know, especially from Halo 3. Like, Halo 3 Forge was crap, but like, you know, Bungie, man, like Bungie, like that, the moment where Bungie did not give up on Forge during like the Halo 3 days, like that really tells them like how awesome they are as developers, you know, because I remember like the Forge community in Halo 3, it was ridiculously small, and it was much more niche than like, you know, it's SnapMap. But for some weird reason, you know, I mean, for some reason, you know, Bungie did not give up on Forge. They believed in it, you know, and they just kept. I mean, when Reach came out, you know, they decided to really improve everything. And I wish like Doom SnapMap had the same treatment, you know. I wish id Software did not like pull the plug on Doom SnapMap. Is everything dead here? I'm surprised I did not die. Oh, I might die here. Jesus Christ, how am I not dead? I honestly thought I was gonna die here like 100 times here. By the way, this fight is really difficult with like without BFG. Like, this fight is one of the easiest fights if you use a BFG, but if you don't have it, it's like super hard. You could totally choke. And yeah, that's... Since we're getting close to like the end of the level, I guess I should probably wrap this video up here. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant and rambling, you know, like... Yeah, you know, I totally wish, you know, there was like a Doom SnapMap 2.0 for Eternal. And obviously I wish it has like backwards compatibility and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, like about Forge, you know, like Forge is going to be crazy if there is, I mean, there's rumors going on that it's going to have scripting and it's going to have like AI. And if Halo does have that in Forge, it's going to grow its Forge fan base, like for sure. I'm definitely going to like start using, you know, Forge if there is like AI and scripting, because I've seen some like the crazy stuff that like the Halo 5 guys did with Forge. Like I saw, here's a fun thing, I actually saw somebody remade like the Cannon Gear Sanctum, like the very first big arena in Forge, and it actually looks really sick. And I also saw somebody remade like the Halo Infinite E3, I think 2020 demo. So, you know, Forge is definitely very flexible from like, you know, Halo 5 standpoint, especially after like Halo 3. And I just cannot imagine like how much more flexible Forge is going to be in Halo Infinite. And if the rumors are true, if there are like, you know, AI and there are the scripting, Forge is just going to be crazy. I think Forge is probably going to be just as powerful as, you know, Doom SnapMap, or maybe more powerful than Doom SnapMap. But, you know, I still come back to Doom SnapMap because, you know, I love this game. And I love, you know, what is it? I love Doom SnapMap. I mean, I put a decent amount of my life in it, you know? So, obviously, I enjoy using Doom SnapMap. But, you know, I'm not going to be able to play SnapMap until everything goes back to normal, you know? I just refuse to, like... I just refuse to, like, play it in its current state, because I know that as the Doom SnapMap community, I feel like we deserve better, you know? Like, I'm sick and tired of how, like, Doom SnapMap is kind of like, I don't know, like, it's treated like a slave or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not really, like, first priority or anything like that. It's just so sad. But yeah, I think I'm going to just stop here from this video. Thank you for watching this video if anyone else watched it. But yeah, throw down some of the comments and, you know, share me, like, your thoughts on the stuff I talked about. And yeah, you know, I might try to make like another video that's going to be related to this subject again, but I'm going to try to make it more, I guess, professional, instead of like just talking and playing. Like, I literally just play and talk, like, you know, on the top of my head, you know. I just came in here with no like preparation or anything. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys.